almost out of time, and I got a lot of other informative guests coming up throughout the week, but I'm going to have to block off maybe some whole shows this week. Probably do nothing but take calls, because I apologize. I shouldn't even open the phones up. I'm not going to get to your calls. Matt, George, Brad, Blue Dove, Ken, I apologize to you. I'll try to get to one or two and then be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central, 12 noon Eastern. But we're going to go to those here in just a second. But Webster, finishing up, before we take a call or two, I mean, this is exactly what we keep talking about month in, month out, is how at the key point of crisis, these interests are going to start wars, and then voila, everything that's happening makes no sense. I mean, why would North Korea do this right at the perfect time to keep the U.S. there when the U.S. was about to be kicked out of Japan?
It makes no sense at all, and there's going to be an international investigation. I think there's a group of Russian experts who are looking into it, and you probably need others too. It would have to be multinational. Just in terms of the Middle East, though, I think it's time for the Israelis to realize that they've come to the end of the line with the current policy. They should immediately end the blockade of Gaza, which is the main issue here. And I think the Israeli people have to realize that Netanyahu is a luxury they cannot afford. In other words, this kind of incompetent domination, it reminds us of the terrible price paid by the Israelis for the Rabin assassination, and then the kinds of leaders that they've had after the killing of Rabin 15 years ago. And I think their situation is, like many other parts of the world, including our own, the political elite has absolutely lost touch with reality and with the needs of the population.
Well, this attack shows that. I mean, what a PR disaster to do something like this, or at least stop the ship when it docked and walk up and talk nicely to them and say you've got, but no. I mean, just none of this. And now you've got members of the Knesset coming out saying, no, Israel did fire first, so they ran the white flag up. And then, I mean, this is amazing, brazen behavior.
It's Netanyahu, and then some members of his coalition that are even less in touch with the reality than he is. Notice that the ships some of them were sponsored by Mahathir Mohamad, the former Prime Minister of Malaysia. They were loaded in Turkey, Ireland, and Greece under the supervision, obviously, of the police and intelligence services of those countries. There are no firearms on board. The Israelis have now got a large group of prisoners. Right? They got 480 prisoners. And according to one of them is a famous Swedish writer by the name of Henning Mankell, well known over there. He says he was given a choice: either sign a document and be deported, and he didn't want to sign it, or be put on trial. I think if they try to put some of these people on trial, that will have a terrible effect. The Israelis say that they're transferring 124 to Jordan. There are more ships coming. Apparently there's an Irish ship which is still on its way, and Mahathir Mohamad said last night that there are ships sponsored by Malaysia, which are coming from farther away, which will continue to arrive. So there's no end to this, right?
And the Knesset member says that Israel wanted blood to intimidate people, but as the Blitz showed in London and many other wars, when you really start brutalizing people at a certain point, it makes them get more angry. It doesn't have the desired effect. And now Turkey, I mean, that's a bold move to say they're sending 4 frigates and destroyers with these new ships. I mean, this is Webster. This is how world wars start.
It's a very dangerous situation, and again, the people in Israel would be very well advised now to turn away from the current path. The best thing to do is announce immediate end to the Gaza blockade. This makes no sense anymore. That would probably lead to the fall of Netanyahu, maybe early elections or something like this, and then hopefully a government that would be prepared to negotiate.
All right, Webster, seriously. We're out of time. God bless you. We'll talk to you again soon.
Bye-bye.
Folks, thank you. We carry all 4 Webster Tarpley's books. The 2 books on Obama, the book on the economic crash, and his book on 9/11, all at Infowars.com. I want to thank you all for your support. Continue to spread the word about the broadcast. Great job, crew. But we do need your support, so support the sponsors and check out all the great information available at Infowars.com.